News is looking around for some footage from a pencil range in Kentucky tonight. They're gonna say that this is from a pencil shelling in on the Syrian-Turkish border for the ABC World News tonight. You know, like what they did a year or so ago with the fake footage. There was a big 4th of July party in Kentucky. All these good old boys were setting off fireworks, and they said it was a Turkish bombardment. Remember that? Fake news everywhere, all the
very fake news,
all the time, 24/7 fake news.
Remember when someone opened a soda can near Nicole Wallace and she thought it was shelling? Is that gunshots? Was that a gunshot I just heard?
Hey, there's so many great questions coming in on the text line, Grace. 774, is a pocket protector now considered to be a holster? Why wouldn't it be?
Is that a pencil in your pocket?
Dirty Harry can be rewritten. Considering this is a Dixon Ticonderoga, the most powerful pencil in the world, you have to ask yourself one question.
Do you feel lucky, pal? Ooh, I'm scaring myself pointing it at the camera like this. Okay.
Yeah, be careful. Jeez, you'll shoot your eye out.
Always point it down when you're not using it, Howie.
These are the basics of pencil control.
All right.
Can I see your pencil safety certification?
I do have it. It's in my it's over. I'd have to get up from the microphone to go get it, but it's in my wallet. It's I'm gonna bring this pencil when we do our remote this summer, Grace, at Cape Gunworks in Hyannis. I'll bring the pencil with me.
Leave the pencil. Take the cannolis.
All right, Grace is here with Grace's news.
I am here for Grace's news. Although I don't even think you need it today, Howie, because you're gonna have plenty of fun today. I've been listening to the beginning of the show, and these Joe Biden cuts, I have a feeling a lot of them are gonna make it into the vault. They're gonna be played over and over and over again. But I want to talk a little bit here about something else. I don't know if you saw this, Howie. YouTube has censored Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and his science advisors. Did you see this?
No.
So by all accounts, and you can tell us, Howie, more than anyone else, Florida seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, I saw Sean Spicer today. He's very happy to be in Florida. He's been here all week. He's in the studio doing his show. He's had a few days off. He said his kids are just ecstatic to be down here. I mean, the weather's been great, but also the fact that just they don't have to wear masks.
Yeah, right. And so Ron DeSantis had a roundtable with 4 scientists, and it was kind of a retrospective on the policies that he implemented, because he really did go with his instincts, even though CNN and the rest of the media were, pushing this panic porn that Florida is about to implode. Just wait. They kept saying, just wait any day now. And it didn't happen. So he had this meeting. And the entire video, I guess it was like an NBC affiliate, some news channel that put it up on their website. And then it got taken down. And YouTube, and of course, how you know that YouTube can take down anything that they think is at odds.
That's why I'm concerned about, brandishing my pencil.
You should be. You really should make sure you're careful about that. We don't want to get pulled from YouTube. I guess they can take down anything.
Let me give people some advice. Never bring a sword or a knife to a pencil fight.
No.
Okay. And it is a federal crime to saw off the barrel of a shotgun. So on that theory, a pencil sharpener could convert a sawed off pencil into a lethal, federally prohibited weapon. Correct?
Well, speaking of pencils, when I was in elementary school, that was, most people were still getting into mechanical, but the old school pencils were still in effect.
Yeah.
And there was nothing like a pencil sharpener, because I got to tell you, if you had to get up and stretch your legs and you really did not want to pay attention, going up to the pencil sharpener and just, cranking that, I would get in trouble all the time. The teacher would say, Grace, there's no way that you are still sharpening that pencil.
I still remember that sound. I love that sound.
Oh, and the smell.
The grinding. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Did you guys have a manual or electric pencil sharpeners?
Oh, I had a manual. And when I was in 1 to 5th grade, there was.
I love electric pencil sharpeners.
I remember those too.
I wasn't as much of a fan of the electric. I was more of a mechanical girl. But if you had a nice outfit on, Howie, or something, and you wanted to show it off in front of the class, go up and sharpen your pencil for a couple minutes.
You know what I'm going to do during the next break, Grace? I'm
What's
going to
that?
obliterate the serial numbers from this pencil.
No. What's the next thing? You're going to drop it off in a trash can across from a high school?
You know what else I need, Grace? I need some throwdown pencils. Just in case.
This is out of control. There is no need. I've seen your office here at the studio. There's no need for that many pencils in one office. There's no need for you to have that many.
Once you get into it, it becomes a collection, and you want to pass it down to your kids. Like the guy said, I want my pencils grandfathered in for the kids.
Hey, Howie, the founding fathers, when they set up this country, they did not have in mind that you would have hundreds of pencils just lining
Assault
your desk.
pencils.
Yeah, no, that's not what it was for. Okay. Also, I want to read you this. Speaking of Florida, there was this piece in New York Magazine, and I saw it because Carol Markowitz, she kind of copy and pasted it, and you got to hear this portion of it. This guy goes to Florida. He's from New York, and he says, "As a paranoid and fully vaccinated New Yorker, all sorts of wild thoughts danced through my head as I sipped my own $18 margarita and hesitantly inquired about the price of today's lobster. Were any of the deeply tanned Floridians crowded onto this little patio aware of the numerous COVID variations currently mutating in their great blissfully ignorant petri dish of a state? Had any of them visited their local Publix for a dose of vaccine?"
Why is this guy out and about if he is this paranoid?
Or were they just a bunch of madcap Trumpists who were willfully scoffing at the dangers that we all knew were still lurking?
I have another suggestion, an alternative suggestion. Maybe they can read charts. Maybe they understand that most people are not at danger, and even if they get the disease, the chances are, 100 to 1, they're not going to die unless they're very old, very fat, or very sick.
Well, Howie, I actually had a caller today, and I think he's in his 70s. His name is Jim, and his father is 94, okay? And his father was a Marine. He had lung cancer, and he got COVID, and he survived it. And he's done like 26 hits for media, and guess who's interviewing him on Saturday?
Who?
CNN. And guess who's interviewing him on Monday? Grace Curley. Yeah.
Good.
I want to say to him, like, oh, you should really do the Katie Couric trick where you record your own segment in full so that if they chop you up,
right,
that you can have a little bit of, but I mean, I don't know how much they're going to chop up the guy. He's 94 and he seems, kind of like a sweetheart. So I'm sure.
I don't know why they would want to talk to him though, because he doesn't advance the narrative.
His son told me
he inhibits the narrative.
You know who wanted nothing to do with him? Did not want to talk to him, according to his son?
Who?
Charlie Bacon.
Of course, Charlie Bacon didn't. By the way, I'm going to get into the whole thing. I asked the Registry of Motor Vehicles today, do you know how many people are not getting an inspection every day? Every day.
Yeah, I heard they ran out of stickers.
No, they can't issue it. It's all screwed up. The whole system is all screwed up. They haven't done it for 10 days. 15 to 20,000 people a day would normally be getting an inspection sticker, and it's zero for 10 days. But Charlie,
God. Is this going to turn into like how we got the vaccines? Anybody that's over 75 and has certain conditions can get their inspection stickers first.
We'll talk about this at 6, Taylor. But I think this is going to be a disaster for when the system finally comes up. Whenever it comes up, it's not. They keep saying, "Oh, it'll be a couple more days. It'll be next week." And I caught. You know what else I asked them, Taylor? I said, "How many people have gotten tickets because they couldn't get an inspection sticker and they had an expired inspection sticker?" They said, "Oh, we told local police departments not to write any more tickets." Oh, okay. That I'm sure all 351 local police departments in the Commonwealth went along with that. They claim there's only one ticket has been written for an expired inspection sticker since that expired on March 31st. Do you believe that, Grace? Do you believe that only one ticket has been written?
I mean, you know how much trouble I've had with tickets in the past. Listen, I do not believe that.
As long as it's not me, I'll continue to be the scofflaw.
Well, you know what's funny? the especially like City Hall and stuff in Boston, they have all these issues with everything. And guess what, Howie? They always manage to send me
a ticket.
My old excise tax for the car that I haven't had for 2 years.
Yeah, I paid in the city of Cambridge for I think 3 or 4 years after I moved out.
I'm still going to pay it this year just because I don't feel like calling them up and having the conversation.
The first year, yeah, I know. The first year I got the thing. I called up City Hall and I said, why? I moved out of Cambridge. Why am I still getting this? They said, oh, it's no problem. Just come down to City Hall and get it straightened out. And I said, wait a second, City Hall on Mass Ave in Central Square. So I'm going to get a parking ticket that's going to cost me more than the excise tax on my bleep box car.
Right. No, that's exactly true. It's like when I went into the city to get my hair blown out and I ended up getting a $150 ticket for parking in a loading zone. Guaranteed it was my fault. It was a loading zone, but still the hair blowout ended up costing me like $300. Guys, Grace's News is brought to you by Toyota of Portsmouth, the house of value. I love my new RAV4 XLE. Have not gotten any tickets with this new car, and it's absolutely fabulous. But what's even better about the car is how easy it was to lease it. The process at Toyota of Portsmouth is so fabulous. The people are so nice. And also, they have a huge, sparkling clean showroom and all the latest cars. I cannot recommend Toyota of Portsmouth enough. Everybody there is wonderful. Brad, Matt, everybody, make sure you tell them I sent you. They're located just south of the Portsmouth traffic circle off 95. Go to toyotaofportsmouth.com or visit them at the showroom and tell them Grace sent you. All right, Howie, that's it for me for today. Oh, can I give one plug, Howie?
Sure.
I've got a new piece out in Spectator US. If everyone wants to check that out, I will tweet. I've tweeted it from my account, but if you guys could click on it and share it, it would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much.
You tweeted out from my account too, right?
Yes, I figured that you would approve of that because it has to do with Ron DeSantis, and I know you're a big fan.
Yes, Grace, you don't remember some of these old great series from the black and white era in TV. There was a Western, Have Pencil, Will Travel. And there was a story about a New York detective who operated out of a jazz club. Mm-hmm. Peter Pencil. Had a really good soundtrack to Peter Pencil. A lot of stuff, Grace. A lot of stuff.
Howie, you know what they always say? The only way to stop a bad guy with a pencil is a good guy with a pencil. And you're that good guy with the pencil.
Officer Mark said he once had to serve a protective order. I took custody of an entire arsenal of pencils that the subject had threatened his wife with. He also had several ghost erasers. There's nothing more ominous to see in a person's home than a ghost eraser. All right. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Howie.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm always looking at a screen now more than ever. And whether you're an avid news watcher or in serious need of a distraction, unplugging yourself is easier said than done. One of my favorite ways to rest my eyes and still get the content I'm itching for by putting in my Raycon wireless earbuds and listening to something great. Today out on the bike path, I'm continuing my Rolling Stones reminiscences from their late 60s and early 70s. Today, Sticky Fingers with Brown Sugar and Wild Horses and Dead Flowers. What a great album. And it was good. My Raycon earbuds kept me enthralled with the old Stones music for about 40 minutes because it lasts 6 hours. You can charge for 6 hours. Raycons are built to perform anywhere and anytime with water and sweat resistant construction and Bluetooth that pairs quickly and seamlessly. And with enough battery life for 6 hours of playtime, you can unplug for a while.
I'm spending all weekend in the backyard. I've got mulching to do, some seed to put down, and it's going to be a great time because I'm going to be wearing my Raycons the entire time, and I know it's going to go by just like that. And
I got plenty of battery space, and I'm going to play Goat's Head Soup tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm going to listen to, but the world is my oyster with Raycons.
Raycons come in a range of stylish colorways with a comfortable in-ear fit for a more discreet look. The best part, Raycon makes great sound accessible to everyone with wireless earbuds starting at half the price of other premium audio brands. Raycon's offering 15% off all their products for my listeners, and here's what you've got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/Howie. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/Howie, buyraycon.com/Howie. I'm Howie Carr.
When Howie's on, every radio is a magic radio.
This hour of the Howie Carr Show is brought to you in part by the Howie Carr VIP Studio